and I'm back, and a little over a year ago, I made a video called My Top 10 Dragons, and I thought, well, a lot has changed, and honestly, so many new dragons came on this list and so many others left. Now that there's no way there's a dragon here that is here purely because of aesthetics, like the Titan Woolly Howl, because the Titan Woolly Howl has awful animation, Toothless's animations, but it looks gorgeous, and that's what made it to the list last time, but it's not on the list anymore because now every dragon has originality, quality, and pretty animations. Every dragon that's on my list, that is. So let's just start. So the first one on the place 10 is Deadly Glash. I think that's how it's pronounced. And I love this dragon. Let's also keep in mind that top 10 out of these dragons, so don't be like, oh, like, what a shame that this one is only on place 10. No, that's so high because I have 98 dragons. And out of all of them, only a few of them actually made it to this list. So yeah, so this dragon has its some critical flaws that are the whole reason why it's on this place. So the running, I don't know, looks kind of a bit off, even though I do like the shooting. I mean, look how pretty this looks. Like, that is one of the most beautiful fires ever. Like, it just looks so good. But I think where it loses points for me mostly is when you go fast or when you go up, the wings clip into the body, which just, I hate when that happens, especially when it happens, this is not even on a Titan. This is not even the case of, oh yeah, they just had to add a few things and they didn't change the animation, so now it looks bad. No, this looked bad from the beginning, but they just left it in, I guess. And honestly, the colors, I mean, I kind of fell in love with it afterwards, but the color options are not very good. And I mean, the yellow eyes actually work just fine here, but usually I hate yellow eyes. So yeah, honestly, still pretty good, made it to top 10. So next we have the Sea Stormer. So honestly, I think the only complaint with this dragon for me would be the way that it runs. But I guess that makes sense because the limbs are so far apart that it kind of looks funny. But other than that, everything else about this dragon I really love. I love the fire. It is very fun because it has two heads. I think it's one of the definitely more original dragons, which I guess makes it more like either people love it or hate it, I guess. But I really like it. The color options, I don't even remember how they were, but the dragon itself is very, very nice. And I don't know, there's just something about it that was really pleasing to me. And the dive is just so great too. Deserves the 9th place. So the next dragon we have the Squirrel Napper, and this dragon, just no matter how much time passes, I just still love it so much. This was like, what, the first hybrid that they ever made, and god, they did such a great job. It completely does the perfect way of like being that creepy dragon, because just the movement of its wings, I think, is what really matters. Like, yeah, you can look at the head, you can look at the tail, and it's all original and cool and nice, but the wings are what sells it for me, because oh my god, they move like some kind of weak paper, and it looks so nice. And oh my god, the dive is also very, very beautiful. And let's see, the fire, I mean, honestly, the fire now isn't special to me anymore. At first, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's so pretty because it's a mixture of two fires. But I think, honestly, if School of Dragons is good at something, it is like Dragon Blasts. Those get better and better every time, and I just really, really love them. So the next dragon is the Dreadstrider, and I was really struggling to rank this dragon because it's not that the flying isn't the best. It's not like one of the best we've ever seen. It has kind of tiny wings and it doesn't make much sense, and it's not the most fluid animations, and the dive is quite bad, and it's kind of like stiff and all. But when you look at its good side, this is the point. The running, I don't know what it is. I can just stare at this for like minutes and minutes. Like, it's just, I love just going into the game and just running on this thing because it's so fun. And now that I have this skin that came into the store, I love it so much and it looks so nice. I always complained about the Dreadstrider being kind of like the Flightmare, that it only looks good when you put it in a blue color, and this is the best thing they could have done. I love it so much. When it runs, it's just beautiful. And now, I'm not joking, on the 6th place, we have the Chimeragon. I don't know what happened here. So this just, I'm one of those people who just feels so awkward saying something and saying like, oh, I really love this, but then later being like, well, I don't like it that much anymore. And I don't know what changed. It's just the other 5 dragons I like more. And oh my god, people are gonna kill me so much for like the next dragon that comes up. But like this, I love this dragon, I really do, but the more I look at it, the more it annoys me that the head is so big and the front legs are bigger than the back legs. I don't know what it is. For me, it's just, I hate that, like, in, that body shape where, the front part of the body is bigger than the back side of the body. It doesn't make sense to me, and it always kind of made me a bit uncomfortable. So with this dragon, that's starting to annoy me, even though, the tail, I love it so much, because it looks like Toothless's tail. But yeah, honestly, on the end of the day, I mean, this dragon has the advantage of having 3 blasts, and they are all absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you have the, you have this one, beautiful. You have the blue one, maybe my favorite. And then you have the purple one with the, I guess, thunder. And here we have... the golden dragon! Oh my god, I don't know how this dragon got on the 5th place out of 98 dragons that I have. I don't know how that happened. There's just something that I really love about this dragon. I completely understand why people dislike this dragon. You have every right to dislike it, and I know most of the fandom hates this dragon and doesn't ever want another dragon from Rescue Riders, and that is fine, and I would honestly say, School of Dragons, don't put another dragon from Rescue Riders. I mean, I love this dragon, and I would love to see more of them, but just because of the fandom, you should do what the majority says, and the majority of people did not like this decision. I did, but that is just my opinion. I really like this dragon. I love that it's like cartoony. I love that it kind of doesn't fit in on the end of the day, but that's what makes it fun for me. I think that's what makes it like interesting, because it is different. It's way different than other dragons with everything, obviously, because it's from a different show. It's not from How to Train a Dragon, it's from Rescue Riders. But I still like it, and oh my god, the blast is just gorgeous. But as I said, School of Dragons does such pretty blasts. But like, I love it. I really do. I like it, and especially it has the Nightlight animations. Like, that is, I said it, I'm not gonna complain no matter how many times if they decide to reuse those animations for like a lot of dragons, I will not complain. And here we have yet another dragon that people just don't really like that much. And that is completely fine, I understand. It kind of looks weird, kind of sometimes looks a bit emotionless and a bit terrifying and a bit ugly, I guess, for people. But for me, it's a special dragon. It holds a special place in my heart, and I love the wings. The wings are the best part of this dragon for me, because I mean, they are giant, they are gorgeous, the animations are fluid, and this was also my first hybrid, so I was so excited to get it, and I loved it. And I know many people didn't even get it because they just didn't like it in that event, and that is okay. I completely respect your opinion, and I see all the reasons why somebody wouldn't like this dragon. But there's just something for me that makes this dragon so special. The fire itself is not that interesting, but just the animations are what makes it so cool. And I mean, I love this too, and maybe it's also the body shape. It's also the same problem as like the Sea Stormer, because again, it has 2 heads, just like this one, so people maybe, I guess, just don't like 2-headed dragons that much. So when I was looking to rank the Light Fury, because she now came for the 3rd place, but I was wondering, is there any dragon that can beat her? Because I obviously knew who is on my 1st place, and I think if you watch some of my videos, you'll probably know as well. So that I knew immediately, but I was like, can somebody else come on the 2nd place? And turns out, yeah, there actually is a dragon better than the Light Fury for me, except obviously my favorite. But the Light Fury just... I don't really have any complaints. I don't, except... one thing, School of Dragons, if you're watching this, please fix the shadow. It is annoying, it doesn't make sense. My shadows are not on any kind of low setting or anything, it's just the Light Fury shadow is so glitched. Please fix it, it annoys me, and I can't ignore it anymore. But yeah, everything else about the Light Fury is perfect. The animations look exactly like you copy-pasted them from the movie. It is beautiful. It just looks so good. The diving animations, oh my god, I'm in love. This dragon also like speeds up when it's flying, so it makes it so fun. I honestly came like exactly to this place many times just with the Light Fury and just I love to dive down and just enjoy the ride. It looks so good and I love it and it's beautiful and the blast ain't even impressive, but who the hell cares because it doesn't matter. This dragon is gorgeous. And this is the dragon who can beat the Light Fury in kind of everything. Because the originality of this dragon is impressive. Because obviously the Light Fury is pretty and all, but you can't customize her. She's a membership dragon, you get her, she is completely white, you can't add any colors or anything. But with this dragon, you can, and I adore these colors, they look so good together. And just, this dragon also has 4 wings. How is Lightfire supposed to compete with 4 wings? Like, Lightfire only has 2 and this dragon has 4, and it looks so freaking good when it's flapping and when it's gliding, how it spreads them apart. And it's just, I didn't notice any, like, problems with the model or anything. The tail also moves so nicely. It's such an original and pretty dragon, and the blast. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is one of the most beautiful things ever. I mean, it looks so good. It doesn't make any sense, but it is beautiful. Because how do bones appear? Who knows? Nobody cares. It looks great. The running animations are also just so gorgeous. How the wings move, how the dragon moves, how the dragon looks. It's gorgeous and I love it. And surprise, surprise, on my first place, there's 3 dragons. Can you guess who? So we're gonna start with my least favorite out of the Nightlights, because the Nightlights, they look almost exactly the same, they have the same animations, and I just didn't feel right to just like fill up the 3 spaces, like the first, like top 3 to just give to the Nightlights, so I just put them all in the same batch. So Rough Runner is my least favorite out of the Nightlights, and I guess I didn't remove this, like, Valentine's paint or whatever it's called, but, like, you know what, we can look at it that way, because it is a pretty paint. I forgot to remove it, though. But, the problem with Rough Runner is, it's almost as good as Dart, but it's not Dart. And it has green eyes, which, honestly, I really prefer the blue eyes. I don't know why 2 out of the 3 have green eyes, but I know many people disagree with that, so that's fine. Everybody has their own opinion. So with the Nightlights, they are perfect. They are absolutely perfect, flawless. Just, I found nothing bad with the model, and I don't think I ever will. Oh god, Rough Runner does not look good on this map. It's way too bright. Let's go somewhere else. This is better. Anyways, you might have noticed that the teen Nightlights aren't here. Yes, they are teens. It says teen. Stop bothering me. But anyways, you might have noticed that those are not on the list because they're too small. It's hard to see them and the camera doesn't work very well for them, so they don't deserve to be in the top 10. But these just... the way that they move, the way that they exist, they're just perfect, and they're so, I was so happy when I discovered that we're gonna have adult Nightlights. I remember that, and it was so good, and now only if they could this year make Titan Nightlights, how fun would that be? And this is terrifying. Why is there a shadow of this girl if she's up there? Ugh. And now the well-deserved place number 1. This is my favorite Nightlight out of them all, which means this is my favorite dragon of them all for this year. So we'll see. I might make, like, if there's gonna be a lot of changes to this list, I might make another video like this, like, in a year or something. I might make this a series, why not? I won't promise anything, though, because I'm awful with promises. But I just love Dart so much. I think that this dragon has the best, like, markings out of them all. I love that she has blue eyes, because that is what, that's so much nicer. And I just have no complaints about her. I have no reason to complain, because the other 2, at least I can say, Rough Runner is like Dart, but he's not Dart, and Bouncer has green eyes, which just I don't like. Feel free to tell me your favorite dragon in the comments, and yeah, that would be pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.